I feel like that's my version of the epitome of being an artist, more in tune with my style. But Instagram really is pushing out the narrative that I think that was something I really missed out on as an opportunity. On the more realistic side, I want to attend at least 5 markets this year. I want to be more intentional about the YouTube videos that I make. Social media has always been about trying before you think that you failed. Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Mimi and I'm the artist behind Memoli Store. So with the start of the new year, although I'm really late, I wanted to set some goals for my small business, and I'm going to keep myself accountable by posting my goals here, hopefully. So here's a little bit about me. I first started Memoli Store around 2022 on the exact day of Lunar New Year. That was my first post. And by the time you're watching this, Memoli Store would be 3. And I actually started out the Instagram page with a friend, and the initial goal was to just post cute art. She was the one that really focused on the engagement aspect, and I focused on the art. And at that time, I felt like the Instagram algorithm was way easier than it is now. We got about 100 followers every week. So by March, we were able to hit like 1K, and that was when we decided to have our first shop opening, and it flopped. For our shop opening, we did get support from friends, but it took me so long to draw stickers and to really go through the process of cutting and making the stickers, which was really difficult starting out.
We didn't end up having any updates for the rest of the year, and I maybe sold like 10 items in 2022.
Anyways, despite the failure for our shop opening, I changed my art style a couple months later and we blew up. We went from being in like the couple early thousands to 10K in just a couple months. And that was already a lot for me, even though I know other people had way greater successes, but I was already really happy with my progress. And then I ended up taking a huge break on Instagram, stopped at around 10K. And by the time I came back, the entire Instagram algorithm changed. And now here we are. I've been working for the past couple months. So what's next? This year, I want to be more intentional with my small business, especially because of the growth I had the past couple months working on really getting the Instagram engagement to work. I went from about 150 items sold on Etsy to over 600, so in 4 months I was able to sell over 450 stickers / items, and really showed me that I could potentially make it big. So I'm setting some bigger goals for 2025 while trying to make it as quantifiable and measurable as possible, so that at the end of the year I can look back and compare notes, and maybe it can hopefully inspire you too. First, on my brand overall, I want to kind of rebrand Memoli Store. A lot of my profile pictures were currently from 2022, literally when I was last active on social media. And I felt like with the start of a new year, I want to focus on changing up my profile picture, my logos and everything, so that 1, more consistent look overall, 2, more in tune with my style, because I wanted to change up the design for my bunny a little bit before I really introduce her. Now, I have a couple goals for Instagram. First, I want to post more consistently, because that is one of the things that I wasn't very consistent with last year in 2024. I didn't actually make a lot of art posts, even though those were the ones that did the best for me. So I want to try to get myself out of the art block and focus on creating posts that actually fosters engagement and interest from Instagram. To do that, I plan on making 2 art posts of cute aesthetic art that's in line with my art style, and maybe 1 weekly reel. I am thinking that for reels, I want to focus on either packing orders or tips for running a small business, and looking at a lot of tips that other Instagrammers have been giving. They've been suggesting series-like documents where they have like 30 days of running a small business, or 10 tips you never knew as an artist, or stuff like that that really helps foster growth, and that would be something I want to try tackling this year. Lastly, I want to do 1 carousel post a week. I haven't decided on what kind of topics I'd like to focus on, but Instagram really is pushing out the narrative that carousel posts are doing really well and will give you a lot of engagement. So just to be on the safe side, I also want to make sure I have that covered. But for me personally, I still feel like my art posts still brings me the highest amount of engagement and views on Instagram. So maybe that's just me personally. To make Instagram measurable, I am mostly going to be looking at my follower count. I am currently at 12.2k, and by the end of the year, I hope to double it and get about 25k followers. Next is more product/Etsy oriented. Last year I made washi tapes for the first time, and I did get a couple orders for them, and that it was a huge encouragement for me. So I want to continue making washi tapes this year. I also want to make prints of my art. I think that was something I really missed out on as an opportunity, because I was already drawing a lot of cute art. I should have just printed my art out and make them into prints, and I would love to decorate the walls behind me with really cute prints that I made myself. I also want to make keychains and phone charms. I think that would be really cute, and it would be so nice to have little trinkets to carry around with me. And lastly, I want to get into making digital products, like vertical wallpapers for phones, digital journals, or digital calendars that people can print out and put on their walls, which I think would be cute too. My third goal for the year is to start a Patreon. I feel like that's my version of the epitome of being an artist. Is it bad to say that that's what makes me feel like I am successful in some way? Lastly, I also want to attend some more art markets. On a more realistic side, I want to attend at least 5 markets this year, but in reality, I really do want to attend 10. I attended 2 last year. It was so cool to actually meet people that were interested in my art, and I loved all the interactions. That experience itself was really nice beyond the money aspect of it. It also just felt like shipping is such a hassle, so being able to sell in person really reduces that labor of shipping. And lastly, I also want to focus on growing this YouTube channel. My very first video, it kind of blew up, and I don't really know what to do to create that level of success for a video, since it was my very first one and I really did not expect that at all. But for this year, I want to focus on documenting more of my process on YouTube, from prototyping my designs, shop updates, packing stickers and orders, and designing products, and share that entire process and experience. And I think one thing about this is I want to remind myself that my niche is my small business and my stickers and the art, and I will try my best not to go outside of this boundary, because right now even I am confused by what my own niche is and what I want to deliver to you all. I want to be more intentional about the YouTube videos that I make. And this is also mainly for myself because even I can't believe that I am somewhat successful small business. So that is something that I want to really document and really be reminded of my process overall. To keep this quantifiable and measurable, I'm going to make my goal 24 long form videos on YouTube and to reach 10k subs on this platform. Is that very far-fetched? Yes, but am I certain that I can make it? No, not really. But I think social media has always been about trying before you think that you failed. And if it doesn't work out, at least I still have those 24 videos for me to reflect on and look back on. That's all my goals for the year pertaining to my small business, and I'm really excited for the journey and to see what I can do this year. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.